Hey y'all, I my big thing today, I got up and washed my hair. And I just blow dried my hair, and I'm hot. I came in here in the living room and John's got a beautiful fire built for us. Um y'all know I just had foot surgery, so that's my big thing today. So anyway, whew, I'm trying to cool back down. I'll show y'all this pretty fire. I wish I could share it with each and every one of you. Y'all see how pretty? It feels so good. Anyway, I came on here with y'all the other day saying how bored I was, and some of y'all suggested I go live, and I wish I could, but I live out in the middle of nowhere, and I notice other people going live, and I'm thinking, I guess I am the only really out in the middle of nowhere person, because my lives go in and out, in and out. I've tried to do it before, and it's just a big mess. I hope to, though. Y'all see, we live out in the middle of nowhere and we got traffic. Oh, I know what that is. It's Sunday night and we've got churches at both ends of our road, which I love. And they just turned out. They sure did. John's run to get us. Y'all know he always takes me out to eat Mexican food on Sunday. Give me a break and a day off from cooking. And it's after church. Well, of course, we're not going to church with me and my foot, right? I know. So, he said he would go pick that up, and so I'm just sitting here. I said, well, I'll wash my hair, and I fed the puppy dogs and stuff like that, and I'm just sitting here wanting to visit with y'all since I hadn't talked with y'all. But anyway, I do plan on doing lives as soon as we get some good internet out here. I know we had a crew coming through saying they were doing broadband all over the nation, because during the pandemic, a lot of little kids, students couldn't work from home with no internet. And then, of course, some people couldn't work from home, so they were doing, I think it was a government thing. This is just John talking to the guys out here, because when they're boring this line down our road, they keep running into our water lines. And so John gets called out, or our son John Tyler, because he works for our little town, and John works for the surrounding water departments, and so they keep having to go fix these water lines with these guys and just talking with them. That's what they said, and they were even doing it like the day before Christmas, because they said, this is what they told John, they had been given the okay, or they had had this job to do for about 3 years now during the Biden administration, but they had till January 19th to get it done, and they waited till like it was just before Christmas, maybe Thanksgiving. I don't know. Just like the rest of us, I guess they procrastinated, right? So they were having to get it done, because they were all saying, do y'all have to do this the day before Christmas? Because we might not, we might get called out and not be with our family. But they were like, we got to get this done before January 19th. So I guess it was something that had to be done. I don't know. I don't know how all that works and all that good stuff. So anyway, what I'm getting to is that's supposed to be this really, really good internet with, it's hardwired, it's a broadband, and so I don't know, we'll see. The guys told John that they had gotten the lines run everywhere now, but they don't have anyone not lined up to take it. But that can change in a New York second, right? So anyway, hopefully one time I will get to start doing lives with y'all, because y'all ask me so many questions, like who's doing my foot surgery. I see y'all, some of y'all can see Benny. He's sitting here scratching and licking beside me, huh? Benny Ben? Yeah. Hey, bud. Anyway, some of y'all asked me who did my foot surgery, because all of y'all need, lots of you need bunion surgery as well. Not all of y'all, but the ones asking. This is a guy, and his name is Danier. I looked up how to say his last name is Anderson, and I go to the Nila Clinic in Sterlington, Louisiana. He did my surgery in Bastrop, and y'all know my little traveling bestie is what we call each other, Bridget, that I go to Europe with and stuff all the time. She worked there for 8 years, and I had never been to the hospital in Bastrop. It's a smaller little hospital, and I love smaller little hospitals. So anyway, I thought that was really neat, and she told me that because I was telling her that, I was getting this surgery and I was apprehensive about it. I've been putting this off, y'all, for 6 or 8 years. And so I said, and I'm going to Bastrop. I've never been to Bastrop. And she said, I worked there for 8 years. I was like, oh my goodness. So she literally took off one afternoon and took me up there. I got my blood work done, and you know how you get your pre-blood work and your pre-chest x-ray, and they re-x-rayed my foot. So I was so tickled, and that made me feel so much better. Isn't that funny how God works in all our lives like that? He can just give you little things that make you feel better about what you're headed toward, and I'm so thankful for that. So anyway, she was so sweet to do that. And yesterday afternoon, she brought John and me chicken and dumplings and cornbread. She's so sweet. We were just gone back the day after Thanksgiving. We left out and went to the Oklahoma area. It was Conway, Arkansas, actually, to do a wedding for her daughter. Her daughter was marrying a guy from Oklahoma up there, and they traveled to Europe with us too, and I love them both dearly, Gus and Isabella. And so I went to go help with the wedding and everything, and so that's, y'all may have heard me talking about that, or us, we were traveling up there to do that. So anyway, she's been so good during this, and she cooked and fed our bellies last night, and John's going to get out tonight. And I've been thinking about other stuff when she took me to Bastrop to get that blood work done. I'm always thinking about something else we can eat, we came back through Monroe. We had just a little meet and greet meeting having to do with our next European trip with the little girl that everybody consults. I don't know her little title, but she's real spirited and so excited about it. But she handles any of the teachers or any of the people that are trying to do these educational tours. And so she got us all together, kind of meet each other, and see, where are y'all going? What school do you work at? Where are you taking students next and everything? So it was really neat. It was above the Cotton in Monroe, the Cotton, where you can go eat. It's a real nice little restaurant in an old building. And it was above it where you get mostly like appetizer kind of food, which was good. We got these homemade pizzas, and they were fire roasted, and the one of them we got was duck pizza, and it was so good. It had duck on it and cheese and jalapenos. It was so good. It had even a sweet little, almost like a chili honey or something drizzled on it. It was very, very good. I know my phone was going off. I was making sure that wasn't John or my sister. My daddy has gotten where he's hardly getting back up out of the bed, and here I am stuck over here, and I'm always the person he calls. So poor John, he has had to take care of me, and he's had to take care of the chickens and the cows and everything by himself, and he's taking my daddy breakfast in the morning and sitting with him for a little bit. And then my sister Ginger that lives here, she's going in the evening some. So I told him, I was like, he is being so good, I'm having to forgive him for everything he's ever done. But he is. I'm so thankful for him, and I keep telling him that. And he's like, oh, yeah, baby girl, because, I've always done for his family. We've lived here 30 years, and it's where his family lives. So, I've always been there for his family. But I'm finally having to call it in. I'm having to say, okay. So I really appreciate him doing that for me. I do. But anyway, my sister's over there at my daddy's right now. We have to check his blood pressure, make sure he doesn't need his blood pressure medication. He doesn't need it every day. That's he's got a weird blood pressure like that. So some days he doesn't need it, and some days he does need it. So I was asking her, like, be sure and take his blood pressure to see what she needs to do. So anyway, I'll be glad when I'm back on my feet again, literally, so I can be the person that goes over there taking care of my daddy. I'm having to rely on everybody, and Ginger works outside of the home. She works at the bank up here, so, it's just more stressful. You're at work all day, and you've still got to go over to your daddy's. But But anyway, so I just want to thank y'all for all the prayers you've been praying for me with my foot, and ask you to please pray for my daddy to get by, to make it, to get back on his feet. But what I was going to tell y'all, I know I got way off, but Bridget took me to Bastrop, Louisiana, to that little hospital, Morehouse, and it was so sweet. She was showing me everywhere she used to work, and she and I went to Monroe afterwards to that meet and greet, but we had a little bit of time, so we had lunch at the Olive Garden. And at the Olive Garden, we were able to, I didn't even know it, but she showed me you could get little to-go refrigerated plates for like $5 a piece or something like that. So I got 2 meatballs and spaghetti for John and me, and I put them in the freezer. That's what Bridget said, put them in the freezer, because she does. And then I got 2 Alfredos, and it was just like Alfredo sauce on the noodles, the pasta. And so I have a big pork loin that I need to thaw, and I'm just going to slice pork chops off of it so I can like cook us a little piece of pork or a little piece of meat. I would eat the Alfredo, but John Murray, he wants some meat, with his. So I was going to do that. So that's what we're going to have a couple of days this week. And then we've got leftover vegetable soup we'll eat one day this week. So we're going to make it. But anyway, I'm getting back to this doctor of mine. He's a sports doctor, and y'all, he was right out of high school. He got drafted into the Cubs, so he was all about ball, and he went to college playing ball, and you can tell it. He's still very in shape, looking for a doctor. I don't know how old he is. I can tell he's younger than me, but he also played for another ball team, and I cannot remember it. It was another well-known one, but I can't, because just when he said he played for the Cubs right out of high school. But he went to college, and he said he didn't know what to do. He was taking nursing, and then very shortly into it, it was time for clinicals, and he was like, well, I'm not through with ball yet. He was playing ball. That was his thing. So he kind of changed his nursing into a medical field, and then continued playing ball and such as that. I don't know where he went to college, but if he was drafted to play for the Cubs, I imagine it was there, huh? But anyway, he has got the best bedside manner, and he even calls himself OCD. Like, he really is particular about how he wants your foot, and that's what he ended up going into, was like foot sports wise, foot medicine, foot surgery for sports injuries and such as that. But he said that. He said, I'm OCD. And even the little girl at the hospital, they said if I was getting foot surgery, I would use him. And his name is Dr. Anderson out of Sterlington. And like I say, I will link his number, because many of you said you needed this done. And his first name is Danier. And I even looked up how to pronounce that, because I don't know. I should have asked him. I didn't think about
Danier.
It says Danier. I want to say something, exotic like Danier or something, Anderson. But anyway, he's Dr. Anderson. And I would recommend him, even though I don't know my outcome of my foot right now. He just had such large recommendations. He was in some magazine showcasing him on it. Is how I ever found out about him. From my doctor. I went to a foot doctor, Dr. Lux, there in Monroe, and he really recommended, he said, you're going to need surgery on that. So he sent me there, and it took me a few months, several months, okay? But I had been putting this off forever, so I was like, whatever. So whenever I can get in there, it'll be good with me. So anyway, that's who it is, and he is in a NELA, Northeast Louisiana clinic, and I was going to look him up. Yeah. Here it is. Y'all can't see that. It's all bright and shiny, but it's Danier or Dr. Anderson, and like I say, I will share this on this video. I'll put it on there where y'all can call if you want to go see him, and he doesn't try to rush you into surgery. He was just letting me decide when I wanted to get my surgery, but he would want to see me occasionally. And he even kind of taped my foot, and he would give me these little cut strips he would do, and he would tape my foot where my toe, it kind of pulled it away, and you could use that for a few days just for some comfort. So he was really good. I see John driving up with our Mexican food. So anyway, I just want to tell y'all about that doctor. And some of you said you don't even mind if you're, need to drive, because I'm in North Louisiana. So some of you are South Louisiana looking for a good doctor. But you'll really like him. He's got very good bedside manner, and he is very, very particular about his work. So I will keep y'all posted on my foot, and I just want to thank y'all for your prayers, and just say hi for a minute. I love y'all, and I'm fixing to eat me some supper. I'll see y'all next time. I think I'm going to go on here and start trying to make some reels out of some of my old videos, and I've got a couple more videos that I haven't edited that I had made real quick before my surgery, and I need to get started on that. I just don't have a lot of stamina. Like, everything makes me real tired. I guess my body's focusing on healing my foot. So anyway, guys, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon.